This is our fluid dynamics presentation for fall 2017. We're going to be talking about the physics behind baseball pitch movement. This presentation will explain the mechanics behind pitch movement and the pitcher's control over the movement. We will focus mainly on two types of pitches, the four-seam fastball and the curveball. Other types of pitches utilize similar effects to the fastball and curveball with minor alterations. The exception to this is a pitch called the knuckleball, which actually utilizes the absence of these effects to create an erratic and somewhat unpredictable movement to the eyes of the batter. Most people who have seen a baseball game before may have noticed the different types of pitch movements depending on the situation. To the left, we have a chart here that gives sort of a rough understanding of the movement that these different types of pitches are expected to make. The physics behind the movement of the ball is derived from a difference in pressure caused by the seams on the ball combined with the rotational velocity as it moves through the air. This is known as the Magnus effect, and it is applied in a ton of different sports. As the ball rotates, it creates lift, similar to the way that an airplane is able to fly. This makes the ball move in the direction of the lift and creates a curve when fighting gravity. In the case of a fastball, it creates a straight flight path that actually has somewhat of a rise to it because of the downforce of the seams of the ball. Depending on different situations in the game, the pitcher may decide to throw a curveball or a fastball. If they want to make an adjustment, they must do an angular adjustment on the grip of the ball. As seen in the graphic, a curveball and a fastball have opposite spins to take advantage of the mechanics at hand. This will usually manifest itself in the way a pitcher releases the ball mechanically. Either the angle of the arm and the position of the wrist both have an effect on the spin of the ball. The last decision the pitcher must make is how fast to spin the ball. If the pitcher does not spin the ball fast enough, the ball may not curve where he wants it to go. This is usually achieved by the snapping of the wrist during the release of the ball. As you can see in the graphic, those are the different types of spins that a pitcher would want to have on these types of pitches. Now we're going to talk about the knuckleball and its unpredictable nature. The path of the knuckleball, as shown on the left, is very turbulent and unpredictable. This pitch does not spin at all, or at least very little. The pitcher wants to make it spin as little as possible. The Magnus effect cannot be applied here because the ball will wobble in many directions as it travels through the air. This is what makes the pitch so hard to see for a batter. In conclusion, we can see that the Magnus effect has a huge role in the movement of the projectile. Baseball is only one example where athletes utilize the Magnus effect. Soccer players also use it to create spin that might fool a goalkeeper in order to score the goal. The diagram shows how the rotational axis and the high and low pressures act on the projectile to alter its movement throughout the air. Thank you.